you?
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi everyone. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
My daughter petitioned for me.
Yes.
July, I received a receipt and I received an approval yesterday. And today, I received another letter stating that I'm currently living in the United States undocumented. Mm-hmm. So I received another letter stating that the visa NVC is sending the visa to Jamaica.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Because you didn't file an adjustment application. How did you come to America?
On a visa.
Okay, you didn't do the right form. You only did an I-130. That's why. You have to file an adjustment application. Otherwise, you're going to send you home to pick up your green card. So hold on.
So can I come in to see you?
Yes, you can. Hold on. Let's go to Mark in the Bronx. Mark.
Hi, Brad. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Yes, I got a question. I filed a I-130 petition for my mom. She's in the U.S. And I have to file a I-485.
Correct. That's the same as Jessica. That's the same as Jessica from the last question. Same exact problem.
Okay.
So yes, you have to do an I-485 and a whole adjustment package. If you need help, you can hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to ARNEL in Los Angeles. ARNEL.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Brad.
How are you?
I have a question. We petitioned my two children in the Philippines last September 30. And my question is, are we going to use the I-864 or the new one?
You're going to use the
I-94.
You're going to use the I-864 and a new affidavit of support from the Department of State.
Still the I-864?
Yes.
Okay. And another question, please.
Yes.
Since my son is already 19 and the processing is 2 years, before they expire the out of age of my one boy, can we request to expedite the processing?
No, they're not going to expedite anything, but hopefully he
what
gets
we're going
21.
to do?
Well, he's 19 now, right?
Yeah.
And the priority date is what?
What?
Are you a citizen or a resident?
Resident.
Okay, when did you file for him?
Last September 2019.
And you have not gotten the I-130 approved yet, have you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let me just see what the priority dates are for Philippines. Did you look what the priority dates are for the Philippines?
Yeah. It's already April 18.
April. So the priority date's current.
Yeah.
And
current.
It's current. And you filed more than a year ago?
Last year only.
When? What month
September.
again? September?
September.
December. Yeah. The only thing you can do is
September.
Wait until September. You got to wait 12 months for them to approve an I-130. You'll get that extra year tacked on to his 21st birthday. But if more than a year doesn't happen, then you can file a mandamus.
A mandamus?
Yeah, but you got to wait 1 year.
So we need an attorney for that mandamus?
Yes, of course. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Let's go to Esther in Philadelphia. Esther.
Yes, Brad.
How are you?
Happy, good. I have two questions, please. If possible, I would love to see you anyway.
Okay.
First question is, I came into the United States 2014 with DV program, me and my husband. But I have my child back home. I did not include him in the paperwork.
Who sponsored you? Who sponsored you?
My husband.
Your husband.
Me and my husband, yes.
Your husband was the petitioner?
Yes.
Okay. So how old is your child?
He is 17 right now.
Is your husband a citizen?
I think we divorced last year anyway.
Is your husband a U.S. citizen? Are we having the same conversation?
No, together with DV program.
Oh, you did the DV program.
Yes.
Okay, that's different than he petitioned somebody. You got to turn around and file the I-130. You had to bring your son in the DV program with you. So if you didn't, at the end of that fiscal year, that's the end of it for him. So you got to file an I-130 for him now.
No, I mean, now I want to file in my
You have to file an I-130 visa petition for him now. It's too late to get him on the DV.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I can help you. All right. Let's go to Marissa.
Oh, hi, Brad. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I and my husband, we filed back in June. I filed my I-130, and we had our interview in November 7th to be exact. And the agent said that, or officer said that, he'd be getting his green card. It'd be good for 2 years. If you have any questions, we'll get back to you. It's under review. Well, it's been over 120 days, and I swear my husband has heard you say that if it's gone past 120 days, and you can file for a writ of mandamus. So at this point, what
I've said is this. The law says you got to give them 120 days. By more than 120 days, you can start harassing them. But it's really, a judge is not going to, push them to do anything until they really are violating your rights, which would be about a year from the time of the interview. So between 120 days
year
and a year,
from the interview.
Just between, they are supposed to give an answer within 120 days. That's the law. At day 121, if you file a mandamus, you're not going to get a lot of sympathy for a judge. At day 365, you file for a mandamus, you will.
And let me be clear, because I've called multiple times and spoken with Tier 1 and Tier 2 officers. They keep saying that 120-day law, it only applies to naturalization applications, not for green card.
Not true. It applies
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Then last question. Do you think this whole coronavirus thing is going to slow down our process as a result of the government
I think so.
potentially being shut down?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you for your help. We watch you all the time. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Eduardo in Oakland, California. Eduardo.
Oh, hi, Brad.
How are you?
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. It's been 38 days since I filed my I-751.
Yes.
I got my 18-month extension, but so far haven't got any biometrics. Do you think if I need to travel to my home country due to some illness and surgery, would I be able to reschedule that, or
yes? If you go and you miss your biometrics, you could always come back and do it on any Wednesday. Just show up.
Okay, but how long do I have to do until I can do my biometrics after I'm gone? Like a month, 2?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to hold your case out forever, but if you miss it for a few weeks, nothing's going to happen.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to wait then.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Bye.
All right, let's go to SINI in Dallas, Texas. SINI.
Hi. Hello, sir. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a few questions. My first one is VAWA still active, right?
Yes.
Okay. My second one is on August 2018. My mom, we filed an I-360 for my mom and an I-765 and an I-485 for me, and we received our first prima facie 1 month later.
Right.
And we knew that we could apply for some benefits using the prima facie.
Yep.
And we went to the Social Security office near our home, but they denied us.
Okay, well,
so
I don't know why, but you're entitled to it.
Okay, so if we go to the Social Security office again, they should be accepting us, right?
It depends. You can't apply for Social Security benefits, but you can certainly apply for other government assistance. It says in the prima facie what you're eligible for.
Okay, so in the prima facie it says itself. If we're eligible for insurance, that would mention that too, right?
Yeah, and when you get your prima facie, it lists the things that you're eligible for, so just follow along there. I haven't read it in a few months, so I don't remember all the things.
Okay. And then I have another question.
Yes.
A while back, the center which had my case itself switched from my mom's. My mom's is in a place called Vermont.
Right.
Is that normal?
Sometimes. I wouldn't look into it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
They sometimes move work around depending on what their workflow is.
Okay, and then our case has been going on for more than 19 months now. How long would it take for us to get a green card?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, and for 9 months ago, my mom, they did a biometric for my mom's 485 and 765, but she still has not gotten her work permit. Is that normal?
No, you should have gotten it already, but I don't know why you didn't get it. It takes about 4 to 6 months to get it.
4 to 6 months to get it. So what could we do get any?
Come see a good lawyer like me. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. And if you're in Texas, we do it by phone. Let's go to Tayana in Chicago. Tayana.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm calling on behalf of my sister. My sister is Nigerian.
Right.
She married a U.S. citizen. They filed for the I-71, and they had an interview coming up, but the husband filed for a divorce.
I don't know what an I-71 is, an I-751 or an I-130?
No, is it I-7 for the 10-year?
Okay, so it's I-751.
Okay.
Okay.
And so he's filed for a divorce now. So will this have an effect on her?
Yes.
Getting a car?
Yes. She has to go in with the divorce and prove it was a real marriage and she's no longer together with her husband. It's a different type of case. But she can still get a green card. All right, so hold on one second. Let's go to Anna in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Anna.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. First of all, I would like to thank you for educating us for free.
My pleasure.
You are doing an awesome job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
One, I'm going to U.S. citizen in 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm going to move to Canada because my fiance is living down there. Is that okay, for me to move down there and live for a while and then come back here?
You're a citizen or a green card holder?
U.S. citizen.
You can live wherever you want. You can live wherever you want. You're a citizen.
And come back anytime, right?
Anytime.
Okay. My second question is for my friend. He was petitioned for his kids in Ethiopia, and he brought 2 of his kids in September, and the embassy denied 2 of them, and they need a proof of age for those kids. All of them were underage.
Right.
And then they asked in their birth certificate, they tried to even went to the city in order to authenticate the documentation. They all checked that, and again, they refused that visa for 2 kids. And then now they request proof of old age. And what is that means?
Unfortunately, in Africa, they don't believe a lot of the documents that you bring. They think, a lot of the marriage certificates and birth certificates are not legitimate. Rightfully or wrongly, that's what they believe when you're dealing with Africans at the U.S. Embassy and the entire continent of Africa. The reason why they want to know the children's ages is because if they're over 21, they would be in a different category than if they're under 21. And sometimes the embassy believes that you're bringing children who are 22, 23, 24 to the embassy and falsifying documents and saying they're younger so they can be on a faster line. I don't know what was submitted. I don't see the documents in front of me, so I would need to look at all of them and then, if necessary, speak to the embassy and ask them, what do you find objectionable about this particular document and what can we do to fix it? And then we take it from there.
So at this time, it's okay to have a lawyer involved in this case.
Absolutely. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's go to Kalu in Hurst, Texas. Kalu.
How you doing, sir?
Hi. How are you?
Fine, sir. I have a little question. My wife and I, we've been married for 2 years now, and she filed for my adjustment of status.
Right.
And I got my work authorization, and prior to the interview, we had some confusion, and we got separated briefly. And during the interview, she actually showed up, but she requested that she closed the application for my I-130. Then now now my work authorization has expired, and is there any way that I can get a relief, or should I go forward?
When you said, are you and your wife back together now, or you're still separated?
We are still separated, but she withdrew. She went for the interview and told the officer that she's closing her I-130 application.
There's nothing you can do. She withdrew the case. So at this point, you have 3 options when you have a marriage that broke down. And I say this all the time. Options 1 are make up with your wife and get back together and refile again. Option 2 is if in fact you were physically abused or had extreme emotional abuse, you can file a VAWA case. Or option 3 is if neither one of those are a possibility, get a divorce and fall in love again. Those are your options.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Lisa in Orlando, Florida. Lisa.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
What can I do to help you?
I have 2 questions. It's regarding a friend. She went on an interview, 485 interview, and she, about 2 to 3 weeks later on, she received a notice of intent. It says that the husband, which is the U.S. citizen, needed to write a letter explaining to them why they think the wife should be granted the visa. Now, they're asking for proof that it's a bona fide marriage. When you have a notice of intent to deny, you haven't proven it's a bona fide marriage. That's what they're asking. Okay, and they got 30 days for that response.
Right.
And they went to a lawyer. I did a consult with a lawyer, and the lawyer said that it makes no sense to send in a letter or anything. All they need to do is refile, and they will be denied, but they can, and they will be going to immigration court. So I'm just calling to find out what can be done in regards to that, because they have no clue.
I think you should respond to the notice of intent to deny and prove it's a real marriage.
Okay.
All right, so hold on one second.
One more question, I'm sorry. The questions that were asked, they had a Stokes interview where they were separate, and the husband, the questions, the answers wasn't corresponding.
You need to explain why the answers didn't correspond, and maybe this particular lawyer says there's no explanation. You guys screwed up. So what am I going to, I don't know. I always like to respond, because if you don't respond, then immigration starts to believe it's not a good marriage, when maybe it is. So, so hold on one second, all right? Let's go to, who is this? This is Jay in Seattle, Washington. Jay.
Hi, I wanted to ask about a friend.
Yes.
He was charged with 2 DV assaults, and the prosecutor offered him a plea guilty to 1 DV assault.
Mm-hmm.
But he asked his lawyer to see if he can make him plea for disorderly conduct.
Right.
I don't know if it's DV.
DV is a deportable offense. Domestic violence is a deportable offense. So I don't think you even as a misdemeanor.
Even with disorderly conduct.
A disorderly conduct is not a domestic violence.
Oh no! If that's the question. What his question was, if they offer him,
if it's a disorderly conduct is not domestic violence, it's not a crime. Domestic violence is domestic violence. Disorderly conduct is disorderly conduct.
Oh, so there's no actual disorderly conduct with the DV asterisk on
not in New York. I don't know where you are, but not in New York. Maybe in
Washington. Oh no, in King County. That's where he lives.
Yeah, maybe in Washington, Kings County in New York. There's no such thing.
Okay.
King County, Washington. That's different. I thought you meant Kings County here in Brooklyn. I don't know I don't know what the law is in Washington State. I can tell you in New York, you're either domestic violence or you're disorderly conduct. I never heard of having two. But I'm happy to review I'm happy to review the law in Washington and figure it out for you. So hold on.
Okay, and another question. When I see a lot of people asking you questions, sometimes you tell them it's if a crime is committed before 5 years. Sometimes you say after 7 years. I was just confused. Which one is it?
There's 2 different rules. Okay. There's first of all, domestic violence is a deportable offense no matter what. Okay, whether it was 2 years, 5 years, 100 years. All right. If it's just a crime of moral turpitude, what the law says is one crime of moral turpitude that is committed within the first 5 years of your entry into the United States makes you automatically deportable. Nevertheless, you still need to be a permanent resident for 7 years.
Okay, perfect. So should I tell him to
call me?
Confirm with his lawyer about the disorderly conduct?
Yes, hold on one second. Let's go to Jasmine in Yonkers. Jasmine.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm calling to ask, my mother filed for me in 2017. and I got married recently. My husband started filing for me, but I want to know if I have to cancel my mother's filing since I just got married.
No, just file the adjustment through your husband. Leave your mother's case alone.
Pardon?
File the adjustment through your husband. Leave your mother's case alone.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Another question. What? If the I-130 is already approved, what next do I do?
File an adjustment through your husband.
Okay.
All right? Hold on. You need help. Let's go to Abraham in Alexandria, Virginia. Abraham.
Yes, Brian. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. I got a question for you. My question is, I was applying my N400 application, 2018.
Right.
I'm sorry. They give me the appointment interview 2018 October.
Right.
I went to the place, and then the officer told me he didn't receive my file. And they told me they're going to send me another interview later, but still I'm waiting 2 years.
This is for what type of case?
I'm asylum.
Asylum.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. Obviously, your file got lost. Before you start filing a mandamus to get them to give you an interview for your asylum, I would suggest we review it and make sure you have a good case. All right, but that's what I would do.
I'm saying already I finished I grant my asylum approved like 2012. After that,
this is your adjustment application for asylum.
Yes,
then you definitely just file a mandamus. So hold on one second if it's 3 years. Hold on one second. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.